We have bigger fish to fry, if you catch my drift. But now I can do some. Okay, I'm gonna do something fun, because we will do a once over for the freaking batch notes, because they were finally released, like officially. Yesterday they were not officially released. It was just like community piecing stuff together. Once again, cooking stream. We are cooking this expansion, which is a stupid joke, but I absolutely adore it. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me why you love Ilawi. I don't know. Like, I need to get better at this whole streamer bitch. But you know what? Batch notes time. Batch notes time. Batch notes with Chill, Sleepy, Enwa. Wait, I need to make Sleepy. I need to put the sticker to Sleepy. First thing first.
Stand and be tested.
Ilawi got a buff from 1/6 to 2/6. This means Ilawi will be a bit easier to level up. She levels up when she or the tentacle have dealt 15 plus damage. So now Ilawi will be much easier, not much easier, just like a tiny bit easier to level up, which is good. But her buff, her major buff, is not here. You will see why. Nakakiboros. The card effect will now activate on summon as well as round start. It was round start, spawn 2. And if your strongest tentacle has 12 plus powers, create Nakakiboros Tantrum, which just starts a free attack with a lot of tentacles. Now it also works on summon, so this is a solid finisher. You can just like run 1 or 2 off in Ilawi decks, which is freaking amazing. Tentacle Smash. It was spawn 3 and then attack for 4 cost. Now it's spawn 2 then attack for 3 cost, which is much more versatile because you can save 3 spell mana. It's not really an issue. Jax. Level 2, he has Overwhelm. So he can just deal with any weapon. He will still have Overwhelm. He is still a threat even if you destroy his weapon. The other thing is you can switch weapons and give his Overwhelm weapon.
Teach me a new secret move.
This makes Jax a threat by himself, not just his weapon. Like before, you would just kill his weapon, destroy it, and you should be good. You can just trump block him. Now you can't. He has Overwhelm, and his ability means that you cannot really trump block him. But his big buff is him having Roar of Acacia and Fish Fight in his region, which is Weapon Master. Fish Fight is a wonderful Demacian card that gets played all the time, simply because it's a one-way single combat. Slow, but still a one-way single combat. Wonderful. Even if you can't make it one way, you can just play it for the other, which was a normal single combat for 2 mana. It's like single combat with even more stuff if you have a weapon. Jax having access to this card without needing a vein is wonderful. Roar of Acacia can help your hands that has a little too many weapons, or like a mid to late game board fill. Also, Ornn.
This is what good looks like. You wanted the God of the Forge, you got it.
Got buff for extra 1/1. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's good. The issue is, when Braum was 1/6, I don't believe, or 1/5, he broke the meta. So you don't know how much 1 attack or 1 HP would do, but you cannot really tell early on. Will it break the meta? I don't think so, but it might. I mean, between the Ornn package, like the entire package of the Forge keyword got buffed. Ornn got 1/1. His apprentice got a 1/2. Now she won't die as easily. She will stay around for a while. The favorite artisan now is a 2/3, so you can attack with her. The Hearthblood Mender lost 1 attack, but now he forges twice. His whole package got buffed. So like, we don't know if the 1/1 will matter more than his package getting buffed, or the Jax buff. We just don't know. Maybe it will. Rise buff now gives you 3 spell mana. This is a pretty good buff to Rise Ionia that needs a lot of spell mana just to survive, but it's okay. Is it good? Yes. Will it make EQ? Freaking editors. Will it be significant? I believe so. Moving on. Shadow Shift. It became a 2 mana. Now Shadow Shift is in the Seraphine Bull, so you better beware, because Seraphine will pull it out of her ass. Like, this is a great addition to Seraphine Bull. Now will you ever use it? Maybe. Now you might just use it as a way to keep your stuff alive, which is just like a more ways for you to be annoying. Paid Spike, 2 mana, deal 3. Listen. I don't know, man. Paid Spike was 1 mana, deal 2, and it was terrible. I hated playing against it. 2 mana, deal 3 is kind of better. And you need to lose your unit as well, but you will play it in decks that you lose units anyway, so like, you will always gonna use a unit you want to kill that unit, perhaps, so it's fine for you. Now it's a solid card. Master Yi.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade.
He levels up to allied Master Yi's instead. Like, the way he is now, you need to attack with your Master Yi and deal 12 plus damage. That's 1 Master Yi. If he dies, you reset. Now it doesn't reset, which is A, wonderful, B, just wonderful, I guess. Like, now Master Yi can survive and be relevant later in the game, which is good. Hear me out. Good. Maokai. 2-4. Maokai, 2-5. You play Maokai, you play for the toss, so I don't think you would attack with the Maokai anyways. But the most important buff for him is the Quietus nerf that I'm gonna talk about right now. Like, Quietus nerf is huge. Shyvana.
Now I take to the sky.
She went from I have seen dragons, like the same issue with Master Yi is she needs to see dragons dragon allies deal damage. Master Yi needs to do damage himself. Now she will level up in your deck. If your dragon allies dealt 16 plus damage, she is leveled up, which is wonderful. Now Shyvana is a good card. Like, if you don't draw Shyvana in your early game in a dragon deck, Shyvana is just a card in your hand. She creates a 2-cost fleeting strafing strike, so you get a strike for 2 mana, which is wonderful. Tristana
Bye-bye, bad guys!
has impact as a base. This is wonderful. I'm excited to play some Tristana OTK. I think I'll try to play it. But having impact at the start is wonderful, because when you try to win with impact, every point of damage matters. So having more impact early on means you don't need to build your Tristana as high as you would like. So basically, you don't need to make her so big. You can start chipping them down early. Sounds fun. Lissandra.
A dark cloud looms on the horizon.
Now when she summon a frozen Thrall and advance it by 2. So like, Thrall takes 7 turns. This makes a 5-turn Thrall. I mean, if you're playing Thralls primarily, that is pretty good. Again, she doesn't discount all your Thralls. She doesn't advance all. She just advances the one she summons. If she doesn't get to summon one, it's just like nothing. But yeah, I think playing Lissandra and getting the advanced one is a good bump in the right direction. Will it be significant? It might make her decent. She's just too memey now. Hale. Hale is still just too memey now. I'm sorry, Kale lovers. I'm absolutely sorry. 5 mana Kale is still just... Her issue was that she doesn't level up in combat. If she leveled up in combat, she would be great. You'd have a game finisher. I'm sorry. Even if you play her in turn 5, it doesn't really matter. Unless you start playing her in mid-range. Lucian.
I'll sleep when they're dead.
1 mana, 2-1. Lucian Evelyn. That's all I can think about, really. Because a 1 mana, 2-1, he dies to so many things, but that's 1 mana units for you. Lucian Evelyn, and you buff up your Lucian. You do that by killing your husks, and you make a Lucian Evelyn engine that just you kill a husk, you get your rally and your attack. Sounds like a good plan. Albus Ferros. Now he starts dealing 3. So again, Albus Ferros, as I said before, is a solid card now. He can be... Okay, you play him on turn, 8. It's a control matchup. Play him on turn 8, 9, 10. You have played, let's say, 4, 6 plus cost spells. He deals 7 on attack. You played 6 plus cost spells. He deals a lot of damage now, which is decent. Like, you want him to be a finisher. You want just to draw your Jace, attack, deals damage to the enemy nexus. You want him to be a finisher. Weight of Judgment. First thing that people remind me of is that you don't need to run. Okay. Weight of Judgment isn't the Shurimental Stones. So when we think about Weight of Judgment, we can think about Beltovental Stones and Aftershock. This sounds like a fair comparison. Deals 2 to a champion or 4 to a follower. I think Intel Stones, you wouldn't run this card willy-nilly. I'm saying Intel Stones, this might be decent. I don't know. 5 cost Dragon Caller. I don't know. Will it matter? Probably. The attune buffs between the Yi getting buffed and attune. Like, is there anything else for attune? No. The nerfs are what mattered to attune. Get out of my face. Yeah. I think Dragon Caller will be a super significant buff. Not really. Will it matter? Yes. Kind of. Okay, the nerfs. Let's go. Big stuff. Super Mega Dust Rocket. Now deal 3. This is amazing because now Jinx is not as strong as she was before. Now Jinx is not this super fast-paced timer that you are on. Like if you were on 10 HP, you had a timer of 3 turns to kill the Jinx or die because she deals 4, 4, 4 and you're dead. Now now you have a timer of 4 turns actually. Does that matter? Yes. This might actually matter. If you can deal... now Jinx by herself is not the super sufficient engine to give you a decimate every turn. And draws 2. Now with the Boro Cannon nerfs, also like you can see the thing I'm so excited about peeking down here. So beautiful. Boro Cannon nerf. Like getting the early board of the Jinx Swarm decks will be harder because turn 1 you would want to play Boro Cannon into Jury Rig and summon a Boro. That's turn 1, 2 damage. You have a Boro in hand and 1 elusive, 1 normal damage. 1 normal unit, sorry. That's Jury Rig. That's a wonderful one turn thing. And Boro Cannon was just like a free discard. You discard for free, which is very important as well. Now it will cost you some. In the early game, this will be very, very significant because you want to rush the opponent down. Yeah, this will be very significant. This is a huge nerf to discard aggro and Jinx Lulu. I'm saying it right now. This is a huge nerf. This is a nerf. This is a solid nerf, but this is a huge nerf. Quietus went from kill a unit with 2 power or less, or destroy a weapon equipment to kill a unit with a total health and power of 4 or less. Destroy a weapon or destroy unit's equipment. This is amazing. This is the most powerful nerf in this expansion. Not expansion. It's not an expansion. It's a patch. I keep saying expansion. I'm sorry. This is a really solid nerf. Quietus has kept the meta being choked for so long. Now it's getting nerfed to kill inexpensive stuff. It's made to kill low impact, low end units and champions. Like it will still kill you, Nora. Wait, will it still kill you, Nora? Yes, it will. Nora is a 1-2. It will still kill you, Annie. But it won't kill your Ilaoi, it won't kill your Bard, it will kill the small stuff, which is very good. I get so salty about Quietus, I'm sorry. Eye of Nagakiboros. Now it's a focus instead of burst. This is a solid nerf to the card. The card was amazing for so long because you get a burst blocker. Burst blocking is wonderful. You win games by having a burst blocker. Now it's gone, so it's sad, but again, it's not an auto-include in every Bilgewater deck. Katarina. She loses 1 damage. That is actually decent. Now you can just lower her 2 damage. You can kill her with Quietus now. The new Quietus even. She is easier to deal with and her tempo is much less. So, you would deal 3 damage, you get, what is the card? The stupid Blade's Edge in hand. Now she is not as strong. You still play her only for the rally, so I don't know how. Will this be impactful enough? I think just like drop her down a tiny bit. You're still playing her primarily for the rallies and for the hollow. This is good. But this is good. They did not mention the other cards that we know they have. They did not mention the other cards. Okay. Right. They did not mention the Cane. They did not mention the... My god. Why am I doing Riot's job? Now, we have 2 new cards. We have Ruination at Home and the most broken card in this batch. I'm sorry to be the bringer of bad news, but Soul Cleave is so fucking powerful. You get to do so many stupid things with it. I'm excited to just play with it. Soul Cleave. Kill a unit. Summon 2 ephemeral copies of it. This card is insane. I'm saying it right now. This card is absolutely busted. This card will be the bane of all of our existence for the next while. I'm in for it. I love this card so much. I'm gonna have so much fun with it. And last but not least, we have Gastigate. Ruination at Home. It is actually decent in certain decks. If you're playing against Freezer Rush, this is absolutely useless. If you're playing against Portals, this is great. It depends what you're playing against. It has its uses. 7 mana Ruination is great. Castigate can be good, it can be bad. It can be a super useless card in your hand. It can be the most important thing in your deck. If you play against the right deck, it depends on the meta. If the meta isn't pushed forward by champions, this is actually a very good card. If the meta is champion heavy, where champions and their effects matter more than the units you have on board, this card is not that good. So this is a meta dependent Ruination, which is actually solid. I like it. So yeah, that's the entirety of the thing. Oh, there's passive champion stuff, but we don't care about that.